The Legend of Halong Bay. Discover myths behind the names and the best time to visit Halong Bay. 1. The Legend of Halong Bay. Discover myths behind the names. Halong Bay is known for its impressive natural beauty, and although it was recently crowned one of the new 7 natural wonders of the world, not many people know about the legend of the bay's origins. The Legend of Halong Bay. Discover myths behind the names. In a nutshell, the name Halong means descending dragon in Vietnamese, and the bay is steeped in legend and folklore. The legend is also a part of the general belief that Vietnamese people have dragons' origins, the origin of the name. In Vietnamese, the name Halong, literally translated, means descending dragon. According to ancient mythology, the Vietnamese people are said to have descended from dragons themselves. With this in mind, the legend of Halong Bay promises to be a fascinating one indeed. The Legend of Halong. Legend has it that shortly after the formation of the country, Vietnamese people had to fight back against hostile invaders attempting to enter the country through the sea. Refusing to allow his people to be defeated, the revered Jade Emperor called upon the gods to send the mother dragon and her children to help the Vietnamese people in defeating their enemies' people in defeating their enemies. The mother dragon and her children did not hesitate. They heeded the emperor's call and ferociously came down on to face the attackers. Although the invaders were powerful and on the verge of winning, the dragons destroyed them in a blaze of fire. As the enemy was defeated, giant emeralds appeared and scattered along the bay. According to legend, these emeralds were actually the teeth of the mother dragon and her children. The emeralds were left behind to create an impossible to penetrate barrier to discourage any future invasions. Peace returned to the country, and after 1,000 years, these walls of emeralds transformed into the islands and islets that you can admire in Halong Bay today. After their triumph in Halong Bay, the mother dragon and her children never returned to the heavens from which they were summoned. Instead, they stayed and adopted the form of humans to help the Vietnamese people farm, raise cattle, reclaim land, and thrive. To commemorate the intervention of the mother dragon and her children, Vietnamese people named the bay Hai Long and the area where her children landed Bay Tu Long, the latter meaning bowing down and showing respect to the dragon's children. 2. The best time to visit Halong Bay. Travel planning is the ultimate way to take on a stress-free vacation to Halong Bay. However, it is sometimes stressful because there are many things to take into consideration, such as when is the best time to visit Halong Bay, how to achieve a smooth and fun-filled journey. With first-hand knowledge and deep insight about Halong Bay, our complete guide below will hopefully make everything easier for you. In a nutshell, best time to visit Halong Bay: March, April, May, October, November, and December. For sightseeing trips: April, May, June, October, November, and December. For outdoor activities: March, April, May, and June. For money saving: late May, June, July, August, and early September. 1. Best time by weather. Featuring the tropical hot climate of northern Vietnam, Halong Bay weather is characterized by 2 distinct patterns: hot, humid summer and cold winter. Between these seasons, there are also transitional seasons called spring and autumn in a short period of time. Spring, March to April. Pleasant, dry weather makes spring among the best time to go on an overnight trip to the bay. The temperatures range between 18 dC and 23 dec. During these months, you can also expect to soak up the gentle sunshine and little rainfall, perfect for sightseeing excursions and outdoor activities. Summer, May to September, regarded as the off-peak season, especially for foreigners. The hot and humid summer can be really irritated and harsh for travelers. Extreme heat usually lasts all day long, 30 days on average, so sunscreen is very essential. The hottest months are June, July, and August. In addition, August receives the highest precipitation and high risks of storms. Despite that, on the plus side, summer enables beach bums to freely enjoy a dip in the cool water and take part in multiple water-based activities. Budget-minded travelers can also save a great sum of money since many tour operations offer promotions, discounts during this season. Beautiful Halong Bay in summertime, May, fall, late September, October. Lasting too short, but autumn is always the best season of the year. This is also the second peak tourist season in Halong Bay. Your cruise vacation will also be more tempting with less rain and more tempting with less rain and more sunshine, ideal for going out. Winter, November, February. Winter, without a doubt, is the coldest time of the year. The temperatures drop down to around 10 dec and 20 dec and the weather is dry. Therefore, swimming is almost impossible during this time, and thick fog in the early morning may obstruct your vision. One plus point of winter is that this is the festival season with several important occasions like Christmas, New Year, and Lunar New Year. Summary: January and December saw the highest number of rainy days, 1930. April had the highest rainfall, 143 m. May had the least rainy days, 3. Verdict: for optimum weather conditions, the best months to visit Halong Bay are probably April and May. The weather will likely be warm, but not too hot. There will be fewer rain showers and more sunshine. 2. Popularity. Peak vs. off-peak season. Peak season naturally means higher prices and more tourists. However, you will enjoy better weather conditions at this time. In contrast, the off-peak season means discounts on tours and accommodation with a higher risk of weather warnings. Peak season makes up most of the year, but it really peaks in summer when many Vietnamese people take their annual vacation, adding domestic tourists to the usual mash of international tourists. Prices become more inflated and there may be long waits to see attractions. The off-peak season tends to be in the mid to late summer months, as the weather is not ideal for a Halong Bay cruise due to the higher risk of bad weather. Prices drop to a more acceptable rate and the crowds disperse. A happy medium would be in the months of March to May, in between the peak and off-peak seasons. There are fewer international travelers, meaning that prices are typically not at their highest and there are fewer crowds. Then there's the added bonus of better weather compared to the rest of the year. Not too hot or too wet. What more could you ask for? 3. Best time by event, calendar. New Year celebration in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, December. Vietnamese people love a celebration. So naturally, there are many festivals and celebrations to consider when planning your trip to Halong Bay. Some festivals mean the area comes alive with activity, and others mean that many locals stay at home and enjoy quality time with their families. Tet, Lunar New Year. That is considered the most important of all national holidays in Vietnam. It is above all a time for Vietnamese people to spend with their family and friends. It's traditionally celebrated on the first day of the Lunar New Year, which is always in January or February. Traditional meals for New Year holiday. While this is an exciting time of year, it is also a very busy time as there are up to 9 days when Vietnamese people are off work and traveling up and down the country to visit family, leaving the transportation networks often quite congested. Despite the holiday, Halong cruises and tours continue to operate as normal and are sure to be a great time due to the festive mood. Just be sure that you allow extra time if you plan to travel to Halong Bay from elsewhere in the country. Fireworks shows in Ho Chi Minh City in Lunar New Year Eve. Long Bay Carnival. Halong Bay Carnival is one of the most exciting annual festivals in Vietnam and draws thousands of tourists from all over the world. Highlights include lively street parades, performances from international troupes, dazzling fireworks, and a great display of local culture. The carnival is usually held in late April or early May, which is great timing as it coincides with the best weather. There are many other festivals that are celebrated in Halong Bay and the surrounding area. Yentu Festival is a period after the Tet holiday when thousands of people make a pilgrimage to the top of Yentu Mountain to pray for good tidings in the new year. It runs from the 1st to the 3rd lunar month, which is usually February to April. The Bach Dang Festival celebrates historic military victories on the Bach Dang River and attracts many more tourists and visitors each year. During the Bach Dang Festival, there is a river procession, human, chess, and wrestling, as well as a general atmosphere of celebration. Bach Dang is also celebrated around April or May. If you're looking for hustle and bustle and fun festivities, then you should definitely plan your Halong Bay trip to coincide with the Halong Carnival. However, if you are steering towards a more mellow vacation, then you should consider avoiding April and May. Pro tip: whether you go in winter or summer, high or low season, pack a warm jacket and a swimsuit. The weather in Vietnam is often unpredictable, and you don't want to be caught underprepared and miss out on any of the fun. Thanks for watching Journey East channel. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe for more videos. Leave your comments and questions below. Stay connected on social media platforms. See you in the next video. Take care.